Hi, I'm Brian Ireson. I am an instructor with the Computer Workshop, and in today's tutorial I am going to present the SUMPRODUCT formula in Excel. This is a fantastic formula when you want to multiply and add up large amounts of data in a very simplified manner. We will even go further and use this formula so that we can run a search to determine when to multiply and add up our values. Now to begin with, I'm going to work on this small data set. This is only a 534 rows worth of data. We have here a list of salespeople, the products that they're selling, the price of those products, and then the number of units that they are selling, and then the calculated total sale price. Now I realize that there are many ways that we can write formulas and many places we can put those formulas to help us see what is happening in our raw data. In this case, I want to calculate the total sales by multiplying the unit price by the quantity for every single row or record in this data set. I'm going to use the SUMPRODUCT formula here to multiply and add two different arrays of values. Now an array is basically a range of cells. In this case, the first array will be referring to the unit price, and our second array will refer to the quantity of items being sold. So I'm going to start by selecting cell G2. I'm going to zoom in on this just a little bit to make it easier to read. And we're going to begin our formula as with every other formula, an equal, and begin to type in the function that we are looking for. In this case, it will be the sum product. So as I type in SUMP, sum product is highlighted. I can use the tab key to enter that function, which of course also enters my open parenthesis and allows us to begin entering the arguments or values that we are going to use in this function. So to begin with, we're going to use our array in column C, and I know C2 full colon C534. That defines the first array that I need to use in this formula, comma, and now I can go ahead and enter in the second array, which is in the subsequent column, D2 through D534. And as far as the scope or size of these arrays, they must match. If they don't match, we will see a value error when we try to complete this formula. At this point, this is now going to multiply all of the unit prices by all of the quantities, add all those figures together, and give us the grand total. Now I'm going to do this by just tapping Control Enter to keep the same cell active. I'm going to right click on my cell and use the little mini toolbar, and I'm going to click onto the accounting number format button right there to apply a relevant format to this column. At this point, I'm going to make column G a little bit narrower because we don't need to have all that empty space. Now over in cell I2, I have already created a drop-down menu of all the salespeople. This was done using data validation tools, which can be found on the Data tab in the ribbon. Now we are going to check to see what each sales rep has sold. What's their total? And this will be done using the same sum product formula. So I'm going to just start by clicking into cell I3 and begin my formula again with an equal, SUMP. Now that the function that I want is highlighted, I'll use my tab key and I'll begin by using the array, but I'm going to use the array here to search for something. So in this case, I am going to wrap the array inside of another set of parentheses. So in this case, I want to check for the salespeople, and their information is in column A. So our array will be A2 full colon A534, and we're going to say that it has to be equal to something. Now, if I'm looking for a text value and I'm going to write that in there, you must remember to wrap your text values inside of quotation marks. In this case, I'm going to look for a specific cell address, and that will be the value in I2 where we have our drop-down. And I'm going to close that parenthesis. So that establishes when I'm going to include or who I'm going to include in this formulas search. Whoever's name happens to be in cell I2 will be the only figures that we're going to put together. Now we will go ahead and put in the asterisks, as we are going to tell it very clearly that we will be multiplying. We will now enter the range or array for our second part of this. In this case, our information will be in the array E2 through E534, and I can close my parenthesis on this, and that will complete the formula. A quick Control Enter to apply it. Again, I will right click on my cell and use the mini toolbar, the accounting number format button. And to test this out, I can now click the drop down and pick any of the sales reps, and I will see what their values total. I hope that today's tutorial will give you some ideas of how you can begin to utilize the SUMPRODUCT formula. If you liked what was presented, please go ahead and subscribe to our channel and see what we're going to put out next week also. Until then, take care for now.